Hello, Precalculus student. This video is for chapter 3.5, dividing polynomial. So we're getting into finding zeros of polynomial functions where factoring does not work. A lot of time, if you freely write a polynomial out, you can factor them. The one that we have studied in 3.3, 3.4, they are really nice polynomials, so we can actually factor them. But for the most part, if you just randomly write something, you can factor them. So the dividing or the division process is one way of factoring polynomial. Just like if you write a number and you try to find the factor of that number, what you can do is, just try to divide it by different numbers to see if it can divide evenly, right? So that's the idea. So we look at dividing polynomial by polynomial first, and then using the division process to find some factors of polynomial. And that is a part of finding zeros of polynomial. And if you can find the zeros, you can solve a lot of problems. You can also graph the polynomial function. So that's the idea why we're doing it. Long division. So when you divide polynomial, there's the most common method is use long division. So when you do long division, it's just like dividing numbers with numbers. You write the dividend inside, the divisor outside. And because they're polynomial, they need to be written in descending order of degree of x. And if there is a term that is missing, or there is no x squared term inside, but there's x cubed and x, you have to put a 0 x squared, in between to keep the place. And then the process will be like this. You divide, it's kind of like estimate the quotient by dividing the leading term of the dividend by the leading term of the divisor. So first divide the leading with the leading to get the first term of the quotient, and then multiply the whole quotient with the divisor. Oh, well, that particular quotient that you estimate with the divisor, subtract the bottom polynomial from the top and bring down the next term. If the remainder is non-zero, then you can write as a fraction. Okay. If there is a remainder, that means that particular polynomial is not a factor of the dividend. So an example would be here. I have x plus 4x cubed minus 12x squared minus 3 divided by x plus 2. So notice I have x cubed, I have x squared, but there's no x term. So by for that process to work, you have to make sure that you have to insert 0x, 4x cubed minus 12x squared plus 0x here, just as like a placeholder, minus 3. And then the outside is also from highest degree to lowest degree. So, and then you do first term divide first term. 4x cubed, I'm going to write here. 4x cubed divided by 1x, just the first term and the first term. So if you divide this, that will be 4x squared, right? So you write the quotient here, 4x squared. So, and that's the estimate quotient. And then you multiply. You get the quotient 4x squared. Multiply now with the whole thing, the whole divisor. So 4x squared times x plus 2 will become 4x cubed plus 8x squared. So this is the one that you put in the bottom, 4x cubed plus 8x squared. Now the first one should match because that's what you estimate it to be. So this would be 0. The second one will be negative 12x squared minus 8x squared, so it'll be minus 20x squared. And remember to subtract, okay? This is a subtract. Negative 12x squared subtract 8x squared. So it's negative 20x squared plus 0x. You bring down, okay, because you need two things. And then you will repeat the whole thing again. Negative 20x squared divided by the first term, which is x. So it will be minus 10x, right? And then multiply. Minus 10x times x plus 2. So it'll be minus, I'm Okay, so divided by x is not 10, it's 20. So 20, so it will be negative 20x squared. Negative 20x times 2, I think I was looking at the 2, will be minus 40, and I subtract. Negative 20x squared, subtract negative 20x squared, so that will be gone. But 0, subtract a negative 40, become 40x. Okay, this is x. And minus 3. So then what can I put? So again, first term with first term, 40x divided by x, that's 40 plus 40. And then you multiply 40 by the whole x plus 2. So will be 40x plus 80. You multiply plus 2, 40 outside, and then subtract. So negative through minus 80 is negative 83. So that is the whole process of the long division. The answer would be, you would write the answer as, answer is the quotient, 4x squared minus 20x plus 40, and then plus the fraction, which is over here, negative 83, subtracted by x plus 2. So that's how you do it. Let's do another long division where you are dividing by x squared plus 1. So this is not just x, but x squared. So again, we write out in descending order, 3x cubed, the dividend, minus 2x squared plus 5x plus 1. And x squared plus 1 would be here. I'll insert a 0x and then a plus 1. Okay. I divide first with first. 3x cubed over x squared is equal to 3x. So this is my estimate quotient. But to actually do a division, you do 3x times x squared plus 0x plus 1. So that would be 3x cubed. Let me write 3x cubed plus 0x squared plus 3x, right? Plus 0x squared plus 3x, and you are to subtract. So if you subtract this, this will cancel. Negative 2 is just still negative 2x squared. Then the 5x plus 3x plus become plus 2x and a plus 1. So you repeat the whole thing, 2x squared divided by x squared. First term divided by the first term. Divided by x squared. Oh, negative 2x squared divided by x squared, so it'll be negative 2, right? So you write negative 2 here. So, and then you do negative 2 times this whole thing, negative 2 times x squared plus 0x plus 1. So that means negative 2x squared plus 0x minus 2, and you subtract. And when you subtract, this terms goes away. This you still have 2x minus a negative 2 become plus 3, and you're done. Okay. So yeah. Oh, last time I forgot to say I bring down. If there is nothing, you bring it down. So the answer would be 3x minus 2 plus, this is the remainder. The remainder would be written in a fraction form, 2x plus 3 over the divisor, x squared plus 1. So this is the answer. So you see how long division is really tedious. For the second kind of long division, this is the only way to do. But for if you are dividing by a linear factor like x plus something, you can actually opt to do it with a shortcut called a synthetic division. Okay, synthetic division is a shortcut where you can divide a polynomial by a linear factor quickly without going long division. So it's kind of like doing the short division. So the process is written here. I'm going to talk about it in the next video.